Here is how to use Trend Integrity Oscillator on a real chart. In the next few minutes, we will read the pane and its panel, then step through confirmed bars and bar replay, and watch 3 pullback episodes in 3 different ways. 1 fails quietly, 1 resumes, and 1 breaks. Everything you will see is decided on confirmed bars. The oscillator does not repaint its events. The percentages on screen are not win rates and not forecasts. They are counts of what already happened on this chart's loaded history. How often armed pullbacks resumed, per direction, with the sample size printed next to every figure. The useful question is not, will this pullback hold? It is, what state is this trend in, and how often did the same situation resume here before? The pane separates the two things that actually diverge in a pullback. The colored line is trend efficiency, how directly price has been moving, measured across 3 horizons and weighted toward the senior ones. The gray area is structure integrity, 0 to 100, anchor hold, pivot chain consistency, and how deep the current retracement runs against the pullbacks that resumed before. The strip along the top is the phase lane, colored while a trend is aligned, dots when a pullback arms, across where structure broke. On the price chart, amber shading is the survival zone of an armed episode. Triangles print a measured resume rate, and a red cross marks a broken anchor. The panel, top right, summarizes everything: trend, structure, state, and this chart's base rates with sample sizes. This is Bitcoin, 1 hour, in bar replay, early August. The trend efficiency reads down, and after a push higher against it, a pullback arms. The state flips to pullback armed, and the panel starts tracking live depth. Here the 57th percentile versus the pullbacks that resumed on this chart. The bear sample stands at 59 completed episodes. A few confirmed bars later, the episode is over, and nothing dramatic printed. No break cross, no resume triangle. Efficiency flipped sides while the pullback was armed, and that counts as a failure. Watch the honest part. The sample becomes 60 and the bear resume rate drops from 59 to 58%. A quiet failure still enters the denominator. Nothing is silently dropped. The same chart arms again. This time live depth reads only the 15th percentile, shallow by this chart's own resumed history, and structure integrity holds at 86. The anchor pivot and the pre-pullback extreme are frozen at the moment of arming. The amber band is drawn from those frozen levels and does not chase price. 2 things can resume the trend: efficiency recovering beyond its hysteresis, or a confirmed close beyond the frozen pre-pullback extreme. Here it resumes. A triangle prints on price with 59%, the bear resume rate on this chart, measured at that bar, and the sample ticks from 60 to 61. The rate of marker prints is evidence from this chart's past, not a prediction for the next episode. The chart arms a 3rd time, and now the depth percentile climbs to 100, deeper than every pullback that ever resumed on this loaded history. Structure integrity has already fallen to 30. Nothing here predicts the outcome. A deep pullback can still recover. What settles it is a confirmed close through the frozen anchor. It comes. The cross prints at the violated anchor level, the level as it stood when the pullback armed, not where price dragged it later. The state returns to NO alignment. The sample becomes 62, and the resume rate drops back to 58%. 1 replay run, 3 endings, a quiet failure, a resumption, and a break, all decided by confirmed closes and all counted. Read the panel top to bottom. Trend efficiency with its direction, structure integrity, state, then base rates for this chart with sample sizes. On this Bitcoin chart, bull pullbacks resumed 47% of the time across 101 episodes. Bear pullbacks 58% across 62. Switch to EURUSD, 1 hour. Bull 53% across 91. Bear 48% across 46. Different chart, different numbers, and today it happens to sit in a live aligned downtrend. One detail worth understanding. The marker you saw earlier printed 59, while the panel now reads 58. Markers print the rate as it was measured at their bar. The panel keeps counting afterwards. Below 10 completed episodes, the panel refuses to quote a percentage at all and prints collecting instead. The response preset is the first decision. Fast averages efficiency over 24 bars, balanced over 48, strict over 96. Faster response means more whipsaw, stricter means more lag. Senior horizons are picked automatically for your time frame, or set your own too. Pivot length 5 defines the structural pivots, and a minimum integrity of 50 is the bar a trend must clear before a pullback can arm. On the overlay side, you control the resume and break signals, the survival zone, how many completed episodes stay on the chart, and the anchor line mode. Bar painting and pane tint are display choices. None of the display controls change the state machine or the counts. Change one engine input at a time, and recheck the sample size before comparing numbers. Use this routine on your own chart. First, read the state. No alignment means there is nothing to pull back against. Second, when a pullback arms, note the frozen anchor and the survival zone. They will not move. Third, watch live depth against the resumed history instead of guessing how deep is too deep. Fourth, let a confirmed close decide. Beyond the extreme, resumption. Through the anchor, break. Fifth, weigh the outcome against this chart's own base rates with the sample size in view. Trend Integrity Oscillator is free and open source on TradingView. Search Trend Integrity Oscillator MQL software. Links in the description. It is an analytical tool for chart study, not financial advice. Measure your chart and let the count stay honest.